Welcome back to the Corona Indoor Nationals. So far we've had a field event and we've had a sprint. So it's time to get into my bread and butter. We're going to do a distance race. Not only are we going to do a distance race, we're going to do my favorite distance race. We're going to run the indoor mile. Now, I always felt like the mile was harder to run indoors than outdoors. At least I was a lot better outdoors, and maybe it wasn't actually harder. Maybe I was just in better shape when we got to outdoors. But I haven't run an indoor mile since college, so it'll be nice to get back to it. I'm ready to take another shot. Because it's my favorite event. I've got my Olympic rings Amador shirt on, so this is getting back to it. I'm excited. Hope you're excited. Let's go. When I was in college, the Barton Hall indoor track, which was our home track, was 200 meters long and had 8 lanes. Probably a lot of lanes for an indoor track. Standard distance. It was flat, so there was no bank. It slowed things down a little bit, but pretty nice track to work out on, and not a terrible one to race on. We talked about, or I talked about the other day, just the different sizes and even sometimes shapes of indoor tracks. We ran on banked tracks. We ran on a lot of tracks that were 6 lanes instead of 8 or 9. I don't think I've ever run on a 9-lane indoor track. I've seen indoor tracks that are like 4 lanes. So they come in different shapes and sizes. The smallest track I've ever run on was outdoors. It was on a cruise ship. Don't get on a cruise right now. You might get docked in the middle of the bay and your 5-day cruise turns into a 2-month cruise. But besides the point, the track was 120 meters, which made it 13 and a half laps to a mile. And it was miserable at the time. But I had to do my workouts, I had to get them in, and I think now, years and years later, I'm starting to figure out why that was a good experience. Because the track today, we measured it out to be 6.3 meters long, which means that it's going to be 255.55 laps to a mile. So we've heard the public's demands and the outcry for the return of Spalding. I'm with you guys. Spalding is awesome, already the high jump champion in this competition. But unfortunately, Spalding still has a head injury. It's getting better. We're hoping for a return later in the competition, but it's going to be Hope again competing today. Now, I know that Hope's performance was a little bit disappointing in the 7, but I don't think anybody would argue. We all know that Hope is a better distance runner than a sprinter. We've talked to Hope about the course, and so the course is well understood at this point. So I don't think we should have the same issues today as we had the other day. And I know that Hope is looking forward to sort of redeeming herself and putting up a great mark today, too. Well, I did my lunge matrix. I did my movement prep. I've got to get a little bit of running in before the race. Most meets, they don't let you warm up on the infield, but I'm going to give it a try, see what happens. So I tried to get it in on the infield. It was going okay, but like always happens, the officials kicked me off. So I'm going to have to get my warm-up in somewhere else. I've got about 9 minutes left, and I'll do 9 minutes of running and be ready to take the starting line. So that was good. 10 minutes total, minute on the infield, 9 minutes running around, do some drills, change into my spikes, get some strides in. I figure if I stride the straightaway, that should get me loose and ready to race. I'm going to be racing today in my Nike Ventilus. I believe these are the same shoes that my 5K PR in college came from, or that I wore for that race. Back in the day, these were the sort of premier long-distance running shoe. Don't know that I would have worn these to run a mile back then, but I don't think I have my mile spikes anymore, and these will work just fine. I think the Ventilus were known for their cornering capabilities. They take corners very well, which should be useful on this shorter track. Get those strides in and we'll get rolling. Runners, to your marks. One. Two, hope you're going the wrong way. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Where are you going, Hope? 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. Come on, Hope. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56, less than 200 to go. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. Freshman's favorite number. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, oh no, 90, 91, no, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 28, halfway, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 100 laps to go, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 200, 201, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm under 50 to go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, come on, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Ding, 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 ding. We got to talk about something important here. On the day I did high jump, I asked you guys not to tell my parents that I did that, but they very quickly found out. Neither of them were real happy. My mom yelled at me. My dad didn't because he loves me more than she does. But that's nothing compared to this. So you really cannot tell them that I shot a starter's pistol in the house. We know, everybody out there, all the coaches know, we got to do an apartment pop every once in a while, but our parents don't know about that. They can't find out. So I appreciate it, but I need you to do it. You got my mother on social media, block her. Holly Oswald, Holly P. Oswald, whatever she goes by, block her, unfriend her. So at about 5 minutes into that race, you could see the display clock stopped. But that doesn't mean the official clock stopped. We went back, got the official time. It was 15:12, just a little bit faster than my indoor 5K PR. So, getting there fitness-wise. I'm not usually the person who asks for likes and comments because I don't monetize my videos. I don't care. But I would like, because I didn't get to do it, if somebody could post the splits of my race. I'd like to go back and look at the splits. I didn't have anybody to do that for me. So if one of you could post all the splits, all my lap splits, it would really be helpful to me and help me design my training going forward for the next one. So I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Day 6. I don't know that it's a beard yet, but it's a little stubbly, a little more stubbly. It's getting closer. On our way out today, we want to thank our sponsors. The sponsor of today's indoor mile, was Fleet Feet Sports Pleasanton. They say you can't run away from your problems, but if you go into Fleet Feet, buy a pair of 4%, you'll have a 4% better chance of running away from your problems. Seriously though, Fleet Feet has been has really supported our local running community for the last few years. And they're closed until April 7th. They can't do a transaction until then, but I'm sure a small business like that will appreciate it. By that time, if you get to do any running over this next period of time, you may be up for a new pair of shoes or need something, so consider going there. I know they'd love to have you. Well, that's it for today's competition. It's been 15 years since I'd run an indoor mile. If I don't run another one for another 15 years, if I don't run another indoor mile till 2035, I think I'm okay with that. We'll come back in the next couple of days, do it again. I've got a few more events planned. In the meantime, you might have seen my previous video of the Amador Valley Hurdlers completing their own indoor, I don't know if it's a national championship. I don't think they're quite there yet, but their own indoor meet. And so if we see indoor meets popping up all over town, all over the area, I'm not going to complain about that. If you've got indoor events that you want publicized, let me know. I'll put them up there. If you don't want to post them yourself, you can send the videos to me and I'll post them. But let's keep indoor track alive here in Northern California.